Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga with Sarah Trapani, and here's a nice full body stretch for you. Grab your mat and let's get started. And thanks for being here. Great job stepping on your mat today. We're starting today's practice on the back in a relaxing reclined meditation so you can reset your body, reset your energy, and relax and soften any tension away from your mind. Let your whole body unwind. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with that and scan and notice any sensation in your body. You start to get away from the overthinking mind and become more connected to how you feel. And start to notice the flow of your breath and its natural rhythm, moving in and out of your nose. If your mind wanders away or gets distracted, gently guide the focus back to your breath. Now, very slowly start to draw your right knee in toward your side waist and hands in front of the right shin. Gently pull your right thigh in toward your side waist. Take a pause. Breathing into any tension there. Lightly flexing the feet. And then press your right heel straight up toward the ceiling, hands behind the thigh bone or up toward the calf. Gather that right leg a little closer toward your body. Keep letting that left thigh bone drop down toward the floor. Looking up at your right foot, you could circulate your right toe around a couple of times and wake up your right ankle. And as you pause here and breathe, thinking about your intention for practice today and what you want to cultivate in this time on your mat. Now release your right foot down onto the floor and hug your left knee in for a squeeze. And then cross your left leg over on top of your right. Bring your knees toward your body and let your knees go over to the right. So the right inner knee is going down to the left. And then we're going to take that left arm just right up alongside the ear, palm facing up, and turn your chin toward your right shoulder for a gentle twist where we're going to relax the right neck. When you exhale, draw the belly in toward the spine. And breathe in that supine twist. And when you exhale, open your left arm out to a T. Reach your left fingertips away from that left knee, and then start to draw the knees back into center, uncross. Take both arms out to a T. Feel the backs of the hands connect to the ground. Then lightly pressing through the feet, lift up the hips and pelvis toward a bridge position, and hugging the knees in gently. Inhale the chest toward the chin. When you exhale, we're going to lower down and roll the backs of the hands up toward the ceiling. Palms connect to the floor. Lower that lower back down. And then wag your knees in and out. And then take your arms overhead for an inhale. Exhale, hug the left knee in and slide the right leg out. And we'll pause there, squeezing that left thigh toward the side waist. And then extend your left foot toward the sky. Hands behind the thigh bone, calf, or ankle. We're going to point and flex a couple of times through that left foot. You could roll the left toe around. Exhaling to let the belly hollow back toward the spine. And then release that left foot down, pressing through that left foot. Hug your right knee in for a squeeze and cross your right thigh over on top of the left so they create an X. And then bring the knees toward your body and let the knees go to the left. So the inner left knee goes down to the floor. And then you're going to reach your right arm up alongside the ear, palm facing up, and just peek down, chin toward left chest. Relaxing that left side neck. You can reach your right fingertips away from the right sitting bone. And we'll inhale. Exhale, belly in. Start to reach your right fingertips away from that right knee, palm facing up. And then drag the knees back in toward the body. Uncross and bring your feet on the ground. Bring your hips back into alignment so they're nice and square. And there's a line from back of head to tail. Take a cactus arm. Press your outer elbows into the ground a little actively, and then extend your feet up toward the ceiling, both feet toward the ceiling. Point and flex your feet. Let your arms now and your upper body totally relax, and let your legs hover in space. Then start to move the legs forward and back, massaging your back out and just waking up your lower core a little bit. So as you bring the legs toward your body, you use your lower core to lift up your lower back. Then we're going to cross either ankle on top and roll right up to sit. Make your way all the way up to sit. And bring the soles of feet together, knees splay open into bound angle position. And just hold there with hands in front of the ankles, sitting tall, nose over navel. And start to lean the chest forward. Cup your hands around your toes. Open your elbows and fold forward any amount. Breathing deeply into the back ribs. Exhale, moving into the fold a little more. And then we're going to draw the knees in gently. Swing your ankles underneath. Make your way into a child's pose. Take your knees a little bit wide, big toes touch, and send the hips toward the heels coming into that child's pose. Forehead coming onto the floor. Wriggle your hips. And then we'll look between the thumbs. We're going to take that left arm, slide it to the left. Look to the left. Turn your right rib toward your left rib. And then thread your left arm underneath. We're going to lay from the top of that left arm to the shoulder blade. And then keep extending your right fingertips away from the hip as you draw your right sitting bone back. Resist the back of that left hand into the ground. Breathing there. Pressing through the tops of the feet, unwind and stand up on the knees and take your hands back behind you. And just reach your fingertips gently back as you lift your chest. Inhale into that back bend. Exhale, belly in, and then take a few shoulder rolls. Reach above your head and grab either elbow. And then rest your forearms right on top of your head and lift your head up into the forearms, letting your neck be soft. We're going to sway over to the right and drag that left elbow away from the left knee and then back to center. And use your left hand to drag that right elbow away from the knee. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Let the arms drape down. Send the hips toward the heels. Come into child's pose. Forehead toward the floor. And then right fingertips over to the right. Turn left rib to right rib. Look at the right hand. Inhale. Then exhale. Thread the needle. Right arm slipping underneath. And we're going to lay from the back of your right hand to the edge of the shoulder. And then reach your left fingertips up. Right up alongside that lengthwise side of your mat. Draw that left sitting bone back. Then press through the tops of the feet. Stand up on the knees. Reach your arms overhead. Grab your opposite elbow. Grabbing the opposite elbow, sway a little bit. And when you come back to center, let the arms come down alongside the body. Now take your hands to your hips and step your right foot forward. Take your right foot toward the outside edge of your mat and take your hands, both fingertips, on the inside of that right heel, tented fingers. And we'll turn the right toes out a couple degrees and take a pause in a lizard lunge, staying up on the fingertips with the inner thighs scissoring apart, taking a stretch of the psoas, looking forward or slightly up. Breathing for a couple of moments. Then take that left hand a little wider than the shoulder. Take your right hand onto the outer right thigh. You can actually press that right hand on top of the thigh to help turn you into the twist. Left rib to right rib, look to the right. Let's inhale. And then exhale, release your right fingertips on the inside of that right heel. Tented fingers, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. We're going to spin that left heel down. You can shorten your stance a little bit. We're going to fold into this wider Parsvottanasana, anchoring the left heel and folding, almost like you're creating a downward dog torso with tented fingers. And we're dragging that right sits bone back. Then bend your right knee, look forward, plant your palms under the shoulders, slide your right foot back into a plank pose. And then soften your knees down, sweep the hips up, and meet in downward dog for a couple breaths. Spread your fingers really wide, lifting your sitting bones up. Finding that end of the exhale to empty out the belly and lift the lower back high toward the ceiling. And then we're flowing into a plank. We're bringing the knees down. Stand up on the knees. Take your hands to your hips. Strong core. Slide that left foot forward a little wider than your hip. So that left foot's coming in alignment with the outside edge of the mat. Then fingertips on the inside of the heel into lizard lunge. You can take the top of that right foot flat or keep it tucked. It's really your choice. The tucked variation is a little more muscularly active. With the top of that right foot flat, you can sometimes get a little more elongation of the inner thigh psoas away from each other. And look neutral or up. Shoulder blades glide on the back on the inhale. Exhale, look down. Now tuck the back toes if they aren't already and lift your right thigh. Spin your outer right heel down and start to straighten your left leg all the way. Walk your hands forward. Right toes are pointing towards your right wrist. Left sitting bone dragging back. And breathing there. Nice stretch, hopefully deep in that right calf. And deep in that left back of the leg. Little calf and deep in the hamstring. Soft neck and shoulders. Now bend your left knee over the heel, look forward. Take your palms under the shoulders and slide that left foot back into plank pose. You may need to adjust your feet back a little bit. Lift your belly. And then bring your knees down, come all the way down onto your belly. Hug your elbows in. On your inhale, find a cobra pose. Shoulders on the back. Exhale, tuck your toes, gather the belly. And one last downward dog. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, let it out. And what was your intention today? Now make your way down into tabletop. Swing your ankles around. And make your way into a cross-legged seat. Hands in front of the shins. Drop your shoulders, sit up really tall. Looking up toward the sky. We're going to inhale and then exhale. Squeeze the knees in, uncross, cross your other ankle on top. Let your knees open out. Hands in front of the shins. Lift your side ribs on the inhale, look up. Exhale, belly in, knees in, and bring your feet on the ground. Scooch forward toward the front of your mat so you have space to lean back. Drift your palms forward facing up and hug your belly in, and we'll meet slowly on the back. Go ahead and find yourself on the back, resting your hands on your body anywhere that feels good, on the ribs or on the belly. And we're going to zip the feet together, flex your feet. Just take a moment to engage your gluteal muscles and then reach your arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, release everything down back to shavasana, toes flop open, and we are going to rest the hands back on the body and let go. Shavasana is your final meditation of this practice, where you let all the movement you did just kind of settle and the systems of the body to reset and harmonize. Let your right chin fall toward your right shoulder and soften that right side neck. And then nose back to center and chin, left chin flows toward the left chest. Letting that left side neck relax down under the shoulder blade. And then back to center. A line is flowing from the crown of the head down through the center belly, out through the tail. And your awareness is in all the cells of the body. Remember your intention for today, and can you invite gratitude for anything at all you have to be grateful for? Letting it uplift your spirit. and letting your awareness flow as you inhale out into fingers and toes. Eventually reaching the arms overhead, take a reset. Full inhale, stretch. And when you exhale, very gently, we're going to hug the knees in toward the body for a squeeze and a couple of rocks side to side, massaging out your back. Good. And then when you're ready, roll yourself to either side to rest for a moment in the fetal position. And together we'll slowly press up and meet in an upright seat. Arriving again in an upright seat, sitting tall, feeling the warmth of the hands connect in front of the chest, thumbs connect to the sternum. Honoring yourself for showing up today, and I'm wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. Great job stepping on your mat today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that super thanks button if you're enjoying my videos. I would appreciate that so much. And I look forward to seeing you again. Until then.